Welcome to your astrology and spirituality overview for Wednesday, the 19th of August.
Thank you so much, Elisa. What a day it is. It's a new moon in Leo. Leo, of course, is the sign governed by the sun. So the merging of the sun and the moon has particular radiance, and that can flow over the next month. It's also supported by the go-getting energies of Mars, which is in a trine. It is true that on the other side of the heavens, Pluto and Saturn are in an inhibiting angle to Mars and also, frankly, to the Sun. So, this Sun new moon does really ask us to embrace our creativity, our individuality, our flair, our artistry, our warmth, any area where we really want to manifest some goodness. But we just have to be aware that, yes, we can show a dramatic flourish with Mars's support, but there may be some more practical issues or some influences just on the outside that we just need to stay mindful of in that cluster of energy in the earth sign of Capricorn, which is more about traditionality, the more the way it was, whereas the Sun and Mars is like very daring. It wants us to embrace a new exciting way of doing things. And of course we are dealing with the reality of COVID. We can't live in isolation to that. But if there's something that really excites you or someone that really excites you, go for it. Reach for the stars and see where it takes you, but just stay a little bit aware of other implications. And Elisa, what cards have you chosen
Thank
today?
you so much for that. And if you would like to check out Patrick's deep dive into the Leo new moon, you can find his deep dive video in the description box below, where he'll break down what's happening for each individual zodiac sign as well.
Thank you so much. That's really kind.
So today, going to use the Angel Heart Sigil Oracle cards. Love these. The bright green on them is just like such a cool colour,
So
isn't
rich.
it? Yeah. So, wow, okay, this is fantastic. The card that comes up is very astrological in the way it looks. It's Archangel Shamiel, and the word on this card is orientation. And the image on this card, it's showing the constellations of Orion and Sirius here. Orientation. I think this is about, and what I'm getting from this card is an inner journey. I remember doing orienteering at school, where they'd leave you with a map and you had to follow the flags to get to your destination. I wasn't too good at it. But
I'm not surprised you don't know the difference
I don't
between
know the
left and
difference
right.
between left and right, and I get awfully confused. And often the map's upside down, so it's not my favourite thing to do.
And that's just the map in the town to get to the market.
It's not my favourite thing to do, orienteering, but I do like being outdoors. But I feel this orienteering is more of like a soul, having a soul map. Part of that can be our interest in astrology. Because especially with the draconic chart, that is very much a soul print of our existence. And
I'll just explain what a draconic chart is. In astrology, the most important point of the whole year is 0 degrees Aries, which of course is the vernal point, and it's where the Western tropical astrology new beginning kicks off. And in a draconic chart, what we do is we move the north node, which is that nominal point that's so important in terms of our direction of travel karmically in this life. We move that to 0 degrees Aries. Now, unless someone's got it quite late in Pisces or quite early in Aries, it does change your chart quite radically. All the positions in terms of the aspects and angles and the houses are the same. But for example, Elisa's sun in her natal horoscope is Sagittarius, and in Draconic it's 29 degrees in Capricorn, conjunct my natal sun. And then in my chart, my Draconic sun is in Gemini at 23 degrees Gemini, whereas my sun is at 0 degrees Aquarius. So you can see there's quite a big change. And the Draconic chart is what we bring into this world, particularly if you believe in reincarnation.
And when I read my draconic chart, it just gave an extra layer to understanding my personality, a deeper, more soul layer. And
Also, in both our draconic charts, our moons are in Cancer, exactly conjunct.
It's quite
And
incredible.
quite incredible. My Venus is conjunct Elisa's draconic moon. And then when we got married, we made sure that the moon was exactly conjunct our draconic moons. And as I said before, Elisa's draconic sun is exactly conjunct my natal sun. So this draconic energy is quite incredible. So for me, having the sun in Gemini is very much about communication. It is about writing. It's still in the third house. My son's in the third house of writing and kind of being an astro journalist, if you like, which I've been for about 25 years. So that makes sense for me. But my moon, which is in Aquarius in the fourth house, moves into Cancer. And I think that's so true of me. I am quite a Cancerian type of Aquarius.
It's just fantastic. And so, going back to this orientation situation, it is using all of these tools that we have access to build a deeper understanding of our character and where we're headed. And understanding who we are is so intrinsic as to understanding where we're going. And so, if anybody is interested in ordering their draconic chart, you can find that in the description box below. I'll put a separate link in for that today.
It's so true what you say, because I did a special video on Chiron recently and spoke of my own personal experience with Chiron and my journey with it. And quite a few people have written in and said, wow, this has really helped me to understand exactly that or those tricky issues in my situation, and has brought a sense of peacefulness, essentially, not quoting them for word. So I think what you're saying about illumination coming from reading things, getting greater understanding, it helps to validate who we are. It's the same if we do a natal chart for a child. If a parent is having a particular pattern that they're seeing with a child and they can't really understand why that's coming out, once they can see that might be something that's in that child's natal chart, they know that some of it is nature, not just nurture. And again, it's very reassuring to the parent.
Yeah, definitely. Understanding thyself is such an important thing for any of us to do. And we're constantly learning and changing and growing.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
it is definitely a journey, a lifetime journey. So thank you so much for joining us on this journey with us today.
Yeah, well, it's been a real lovely share, Elisa. Thank you so much. Yes, it's been a pleasure having you. And if you'd like to check out your free daily horoscope, please see that below. And have a wonderful new moon adventure over the next 4 weeks. But for now, from us both, all the best. Good luck.
And goodbye.
And goodbye.